Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Elligan. I'm a clinical psychologist based in Chicago, Illinois, and this is Everyday Psychology. Today, we're going to be speaking about what is the field of sports psychology and what is it that sports psychologists do. Sports psychology is the branch of psychology that focuses on how to help athletes perform better in competition. However, some of the strategies that we're going to talk about today can be utilized in everyday life. They may be utilized in parenting, they may be utilized in your relationship or marriage, in the workplace, or family relationships in general. So think about how some of these skills are devoted primarily to sports psychology but have generalizability. The first thing that oftentimes sports psychologists help athletes learn is to enjoy the process. Enjoy the process of the competition. Try not to focus on the end result, which is finishing a race with a specific time, or winning the race, or beating your buddy. That you want to enjoy the process. The process is much more valuable than the end result. Once again, generalizable to everyday life. With parenting, for instance, you may want to focus on enjoying the process of raising your children, understanding that in many ways it's very similar to a marathon. There's a long relationship that you'll have for hopefully many years, and not too many decisions are going to make or break the child's life, because most children tend to be pretty resilient. So it's a marathon, and that's generalizable from sports psychology to everyday life. Another area that sports psychologists oftentimes help athletes begin to develop is how to work on visualization. This is a part of relaxation training, actually. So visualization, how can you visualize whatever it is that your goal is for the race? Once again, with the focus being on enjoying the process. So we may want to visualize enjoying the race. Visualize having a race on a beautiful day where everything is nice and calm. Visualizing waking up on time, having a great breakfast if you're going to have breakfast, no traffic on the way to the race site, and everything going very nice and smooth, and visualize yourself finishing the race. Many times when I compete in triathlons or see competitors at the Chicago Marathon, you'll see them at the finish line the night before, the day before the race, and what they're doing is they're preparing themselves to visualize completion of the race and successful completion of the race. Elite athletes actually can utilize another technique that's an extension of visualization called lucid dreaming, where they actually can have a bit of control over their dreams, so that as they sleep the night before the race, they can actually dream of some of these visualization exercises. Actually, that's a very higher order level of psychology, when you're able to control your dreams and not be the victim of these random thoughts that come up during dreaming. But elite athletes oftentimes will master this skill and be able to control their dreams, so that during the sleeping process the night before, or the week before, or the month before, they're actually having dreams of success, enjoyment, and enjoying the process. Another technique that's oftentimes used is relaxation training. As I mentioned before, visualization is an extension of relaxation training. However, relaxation training also begins to incorporate breathing exercises, so that the person inhales through their nose, exhales out of their mouth, while exhaling, relaxing their muscles so that they're at peace and at harmony with themselves. Their muscles don't get too fatigued, they don't have cramps, and relaxation exercises obviously can be utilized in everyday life, right? So in the workplace, when you have a deadline, when people oftentimes start to tense up because time is ticking and they are a little bit behind on meeting the deadline, or they have to do public speaking, they may tense up. How can you relax so that, once again, you're in the moment and enjoy the process? So relaxation exercises are often very important in sports psychology. Another area that oftentimes sports psychologists work with athletes on developing is developing internal attributions. This is a form of cognitive restructuring. Cognitive restructuring is changing the way that you think, and you want to have your thinking focus on internal attributes as opposed to external attributes. We are much more successful and likely to be able to control internal factors than we are external factors. So once again, we can control our thinking to a degree, having thoughts focus on being happy, successful, enjoying the process, that things are going to work out the way that we want them to work out. We don't have much control over what weather conditions are going to be, if it's going to be windy, if it's going to be raining, if it's going to be too hot, if it's going to be too humid. We don't have control over what other athletes are going to do at the race, traffic getting to the race. So these thoughts we want to diminish as much as possible and really focus on internal attributes that we have a little bit more control over. So once again, in review, sports psychology and everyday life, because we can generalize some of these skills to a variety of different areas of our personal life, from parenting to the workplace. And some of these skills are focusing on the process, enjoying the process, visualizing success, and visualizing whatever it is that you're focused on at the time of whatever that endeavor may be. In sports psychology, it may be on the marathon, triathlon, basketball, shooting free throws, whatever it may be. Relaxation training, which is an extension of visualization, relaxing the muscles. And then cognitive restructuring, focusing on internal attributes, things that you have control over, and not wasting as much thought on things that are out of our control. That's sports psychology and everyday life. I'm Dr. Elligan. I'll see you on the next episode.